I thought episode 5 was good. Episode 6 was like even better. I mean, I just think the entire episode was fantastic. I mean, from Conrad convincing Laurel to go to the wedding. I mean, what a scene. That was fantastic. Even before that, Conrad just like noticing everything about Belly, like the way that he's like, he makes the plate for her in the fridge and he goes to check to see that she hasn't eaten it, and then bringing that up to Laurel, oh, she's not eating. Oh, like just so good. And you have like the bridal shower. I mean, going into that, like Belly looking back and kind of seeing the mother and the daughter and kind of having those feelings of like wishing her mother was there, and then seeing her there. The only thing that was missing was obviously her finding out that it was Conrad, Conrad, the reason that she's there. But the bridal shower in general, like Steven pulling up, I thought it was a lot of fun. And then obviously some seeds starting to get planted in terms of Belly thinking that Jeremiah was like this core memory that she had in terms of their first pet, but really it was Conrad. I mean, come on. But it just, I thought that was just like so fun. Like the whole like competitiveness between Steven and Taylor was fun. That whole kind of sequence, even Belly just kind of seeing Laurel for the first time, super emotional, and them connecting and stuff. I just thought that was pretty great, and I thought that was nice to have in the episode. And then even past that, like the whole her and Jeremiah like apartment hunting as well, where you can kind of see Belly's like uncertainness and her uneasiness, which like you can kind of say that that's because the apartments themselves weren't all that desirable, but you can kind of tell that it's like she's just not sure, And I think that in general, that's kind of been the feeling about the wedding, about the apartment, about everything, where Belly's just like so uncertain with Jeremiah. And then the ending. I mean, that ending was crazy. I mean, like, woo! All right, so we got Conrad and his injury, and then he's walking up, and Belly goes to check on him, and then that whole sequence was so steamy. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for. Because you had it in the previous episode, like the Peaches, and like they had their moment, but it was very much like her inner monologue says, it was very much Conrad's side of things. This one was all Belly. Like she says, this was all me, Like just them, like the way that they look at each other, him kind of putting his head on her shoulder because he's in pain and trying to deal with it, but then the way she's looking at him, the way she's leaning in, whoa, right? Whoa. And obviously the inner monologue just to kind of put the dagger of her like admitting that this was her, like this is setting up a crazy next episode, which obviously we saw that coming, right? Things had to really start kicking off at some point. We only have a few episodes left, so that ending was just, it was so good. And it just, now we gotta wait for the next episode when we want it right away, but I kind of feel like the wait's also making it worth it. But just that ending, man, that was nuts. And the callback too with False God playing in the background. I mean, Jenny Han is just, she's fantastic. She's a genius. What else is there to say? I think she's amazing. She's awesome. I said episode 5 was one of my favorite episodes of the entire show. I mean, this might be, I think this is number 1 for me, quite clearly. So far, at least, obviously. We're getting to some episodes. I'm usually a sucker for finales and stuff, so I'm sure that's going to end up being my favorite episode, but so far, I mean, episode 6, I loved it. I thought it was great throughout. I thought there was a lot of amazing moments. I thought even, like, the things that didn't really feel like they were all that significant, I still enjoyed, like the apartment hunting, just kind of seeing Belly's uncertainness with that and her uneasiness of it all. I even thought that was important and good and something that I wanted to see. Like, earlier in the season, we're getting a lot of kind of what felt like filler. Nothing really felt like that this episode for me. I thought it was all pretty good. We're really getting to the nitty-gritty now. Obviously, things are starting to kick off. Belly's got to face some kind of feelings in herself because even she knows now that like there's still some there with Conrad. So it's gonna be really exciting to see what happens in the next episode. I'm so ready. I'm so locked in. This show is just getting better and better as the season goes on. I'm so excited for the next episode. Yeah, that's all I got. I thought episode 6 was amazing. It's 10 out of 10 for me. I thought it was fantastic. And I'm really excited to see what happens next. I'm really excited to see how they tackle it. I'm waiting for like the bachelor party for Conrad to find out about Cabo and everything like that. Things are starting to get steamy, and I'm having a great time. So let me know if you're having a great time. I'm sure we all are. I think the only thing that people are complaining about is the fact that we have to wait a week between episodes, but I think otherwise people are having a great time, and I'm ready. I'm ready for what's gonna happen next.